I have just written the most scathing review I have ever written, and that includes Series 2 of Broadchurch in my repertoire for a new BBC One
Series 2
comedy.
of Broadchurch was not... It was more, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed, wasn't it?
I have never, and this is God's honest, and that you might disagree when you listen back to... God's honest. Love the Lord. I have never hated a show with such great passion as I do this one. I am talking about BBC One's comedy in inverted commas, Sun Trap. It stars Kayvan Novak as the world's most irritating sitcom character and Bradley Walsh as the world's most irritating sitcom character. What I would like to say firstly is in my review, which you can read, and there's some good tweets in there from other people as well you might want to peruse, is it's not the fact that the characters were irritating, because a lot of the comedies I like, the leads are irritating. I mean, Del Boy, David Brent, Jim Royal,
Well, a lot of them were ironic.
Well, no, but Jim Royal, Basil Fawlty, they were all human people, but they were annoying. They weren't people you wanted to spend...
You had their annoyance, but you also had that sort of sympathetic edge to them.
You had,
the side of, like, Del Boy was looking after... he was the head of a, like, dysfunctional
and
family.
David Brent just wanting to be liked. Yeah. Jim Royal, the archetypical family man.
There was no
Basil
reason
Fawlty.
behind Woody's annoying...
No.
No.
That first scene before Paloma's Faith's theme song had even rattled along, the first thing when he's on the plane, I instantly wanted to punch him in the face.
He is like that annoying child sitting in the back of the car, kicking your seat, answering back, saying, repeating everything you say, putting on funny voices, or silly voices, not funny voices. And just generally being a bit of an idiot.
I think he was annoying, but also the comedy just wasn't funny. It was so bland. And
I mean, I would disagree with Luke to an extent that I didn't mind Bradley Walsh. I didn't think he was in it that much to disgrace himself. I just think, but when it just became Kayvan Novak, I just thought...
Yeah, I was... When it was him alone, I was annoyed. And this whole idea of him being kind of like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective Light, didn't really work for me. This idea that he was an investigator, so therefore he was able to work out where someone... It was unbelievable. That was the other point.
I mean, it was about... At the end of the day, it was about a kidnapped parrot. That was the first episode. And there was a line where he did say, "It's trouble in paradise." That is the level of the humour.
I think it's disgraceful, genuinely, that TV sets are not quiet places. They're full of people. There's people at every turn.
Yeah.
How could anyone watch the rushes of this when it's being filmed and think, yes, we're on to a winner here?
Because
the only people who had a tiny bit of decency were the schedulers at the BBC who buried it at 10:45. They're the only people.
I mean, they've spent money on this. I mean, this is not... Not only did we get Jack D in the first episode, we've got various other guest stars in later episodes. Cara Toynton I saw, and Ramesh Bonganathan.
Richard from Keeping Up Appearances.
Yeah, but I just couldn't. I mean, we've all been warned. I think we were well warned about this show, but it was still... Yeah. I mean, Citizen Khan is a good example. Because of the comparisons of certainly where it started, there were other comedies which I'm sure you'll remember that got the dreaded 10:45 slot.
Outnumbered. We always say that the people on Twitter aren't the average TV watcher. They're the sort of people that we know, most of whom are sort of watch everything. But people who say might like Bradley Walsh would be the draw for them. If they watch The Chase and things like that, Bradley Walsh does quite a few big mainstream shows. Whether the average TV viewer will just go, well, this is no good because it's on at 10:45.
Whatever, as long as they keep away from it, that's fine by me. Whatever you're watching, whether it's fiction or non-fiction, you are spending time with these people. It's the same thing as why I don't want to watch Benefit Street. It's because there's nobody there, or Big Brother. There's just nobody there that I want to spend half an hour of my life with. And Sun Trap, unless I was allowed to attack them with a pointy object, there is no way I want to spend any time with Kayvan
with a gun.
I mean, honestly, Kayvan Novak should be ashamed of this. He honestly should.